The sun rises slowly over the endless desert, painting the sand dunes with shades of gold and orange. The air is already warm, even though the day has just begun. In a few hours, the temperature will climb to more than 45 degrees Celsius. The asphalt of the track will become extremely hot, almost burning under the desert sun. In conditions like these, even the strongest machines can begin to struggle. Engines lose efficiency, brakes overheat, and tires wear down quickly. This is not a normal racetrack environment. This is the desert, one of the most punishing places to test a high-performance car. Today, a machine built for speed and precision is about to face this brutal challenge. Parked quietly near the track is the aggressive and lightweight BMW M4 CSL, one of the most extreme performance cars BMW has ever built. Its design immediately captures attention. The sharp aerodynamic lines, the large front air intakes, the carbon fiber hood, and the bold racing stance all signal that this is not just another sports car. This machine was created for one purpose: maximum performance. But performance on a perfect racetrack is one thing. Surviving extreme desert conditions at high speed is something completely different. The purpose of today's test is simple but brutal. Push the car as hard as possible on a desert circuit and see if it can maintain its performance without overheating, without losing braking power, and without showing mechanical weakness. If the car survives this challenge, it proves that its engineering is truly exceptional. Before the test begins, it is worth understanding what makes the BMW M4 CSL so special. The letters CSL represent a legendary philosophy in BMW history. CSL stands for Competition, Sport, Lightweight. The idea is simple but powerful. Reduce weight as much as possible while increasing performance and precision. This philosophy first became famous in the 1970s with the iconic BMW 3.0 CSL, a car that dominated touring car racing and became known as the Batmobile because of its aggressive aerodynamic wings. Decades later, BMW engineers revived that philosophy with modern technology. The result is the M4 CSL. Under its carbon fiber hood sits a powerful 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six engine. This engine produces approximately 543 horsepower and delivers incredible acceleration. When the driver presses the accelerator, the twin turbochargers respond instantly, pushing the car forward with explosive power. The car can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in less than 4 seconds, and its top speed exceeds 300 kilometers per hour. However, power alone does not define the character of this machine. Weight reduction is a key element of the CSL philosophy. BMW engineers removed more than 100 kilograms compared to the standard M4 competition. They achieved this by using carbon fiber for the hood, roof, trunk, and interior components. Even the seats are lightweight racing seats designed to hold the driver firmly during aggressive driving. The exhaust system is made of titanium, which reduces weight while producing a deep and aggressive engine sound. All these engineering decisions create a machine that feels incredibly precise and responsive. But the real question remains: can this lightweight performance car survive the intense heat and relentless stress of the desert? The driver approaches the car and opens the door. The interior feels focused and purposeful. There is very little luxury here. Instead, the cockpit feels like a racing environment. Carbon fiber surfaces reflect the sunlight entering through the windows, and the racing seats hold the driver tightly in place. Everything inside the car is designed to maximize the connection between the driver and the machine. The driver presses the start button. The engine immediately roars to life. The sound of the twin-turbo inline-six echoes across the quiet desert landscape. It is a deep, mechanical growl that promises enormous power. Slowly, the car rolls toward the track entrance. The desert wind carries small grains of sand across the asphalt, creating a thin, dusty layer on some parts of the circuit. As the car enters the track, the driver gently presses the accelerator. The engine responds smoothly. The car begins its first warm-up lap, allowing the tires and brakes to reach their optimal operating temperatures. Even during this gentle lap, the precision of the steering becomes obvious. Every small movement of the steering wheel results in an immediate response from the front wheels. After the warm-up lap, the real test begins. The driver positions the car on the long desert straight. The road ahead stretches toward the horizon. There are no buildings, no trees, only open sky and endless sand dunes. The accelerator pedal goes down. Instantly, the engine unleashes its full power. The twin turbos spool up with a sharp mechanical sound, and the car launches forward with violent acceleration. The rear wheels grip the hot asphalt as the speed rapidly increases. 100 kilometers per hour, 150, 200. The desert landscape begins to blur as the car slices through the air at incredible speed. Despite the extreme velocity, the car remains stable and planted. The aerodynamic front splitter and large rear spoiler generate downforce, pushing the car firmly onto the road. As the first high-speed corner approaches, the driver presses the brakes hard. The carbon ceramic brakes respond immediately, slowing the car with powerful precision. Even under the intense desert heat, the braking system shows no signs of weakness. Lap after lap, the driver continues pushing the car harder. The temperature outside continues rising as the sun climbs higher in the sky. The asphalt surface becomes hotter and hotter, increasing the stress on every component of the vehicle. Inside the engine bay, temperatures begin to rise as well. This is where many high-performance cars start to struggle. Engines can overheat, reducing power or triggering warning systems. However, the advanced cooling system of the BMW M4 CSL was designed for exactly these conditions. Large radiators and optimized airflow channels help remove heat from the engine efficiently. Even after several aggressive laps, the temperature gauge remains stable. The engine continues delivering full power. Encouraged by this stability, the driver increases the pace even further. Corners are taken faster, braking zones become more aggressive, and the engine spends more time near its maximum performance limits. The desert wind begins to blow stronger, occasionally pushing sand across the racing line. This creates moments where traction becomes slightly unpredictable, but the car's advanced stability systems respond instantly, maintaining balance and preventing loss of control. As the test continues, the car completes more and more high-speed laps. The engine sound echoes across the desert landscape, mixing with the wind and creating a powerful mechanical symphony. The suspension absorbs the small imperfections in the asphalt, while keeping the chassis stable during fast directional changes. Minutes turn into nearly an hour of continuous driving. Under such extreme conditions, even the most durable machines can begin to show signs of fatigue. But remarkably, the BMW M4 CSL continues performing with the same intensity as it did at the beginning of the test. No overheating warnings appear, the brakes remain strong, the transmission continues shifting smoothly, the engine still delivers explosive acceleration on every straight. As the final lap begins, the sun is now high in the sky and the desert heat is at its most intense. The driver pushes the car one final time down the long straight. The engine roars, the speed climbs past 200 kilometers per hour once again, and the car flies across the desert track like a missile. When the lap is finished, the driver finally slows down and exits the circuit. The engine returns to idle, still running smoothly, as if the brutal test had barely affected it. The conclusion of this challenge becomes clear. The BMW M4 CSL is not just a fast sports car designed for perfect racetracks. It is a machine engineered to endure extreme conditions while maintaining extraordinary performance. In the unforgiving environment of the desert, where heat, sand, and relentless speed test every mechanical component, this lightweight monster proved its strength. And in doing so, it reminded everyone why the CSL badge remains one of the most respected names in the world of performance cars.